All right, let's check out what's been trending in the show and moving the needle, starting in the Queen City, where the Brew Crew took 5 of 6 from the Reds over their last 6 games. They're now 8-2 in the season series and now hold a 2-game lead in the NL Central. So here's what closer Devin Williams had to say following the win.
Yeah, absolutely. They were ahead of us, so, they had a target on their back. And we came in here with that mindset that we wanted to take all these, and we did, So now the shoe will be on the other foot. Now they're going to be chasing us, so it'll be a good race down the stretch.
Well, I think you heard it there, Ariel Epstein. It's going to be a great race down the stretch. A lot of confidence and poise there from the closer for the Brew Crew. In your opinion, how we been sleeping on Milwaukee?
We're sleeping on Milwaukee. They are still minus 250 to win this division. Wow. Heavy favorites. One of the reasons is that man right there, Devin Williams. The bullpen's been good. The pitching's been good. Now you're going to get the best 1-2 punch in this division possibly back if Brandon Woodruff returns to the starting rotation next month. Milwaukee's going to have Burns and Woodruff there. The issue is only that their hitting is struggling. You've got Contreras and Yelich, who are the only 2 above-average hitters, according to OPS+. If the Brewers can add to their lineup and create more offense, this team's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I think they're going to find a way to add. Yes, we've been sleeping. I think mostly because this Cincinnati Reds team has been so exciting as of late.
Yeah.
But that's been the issue is the Brewers were able to quiet them down, right? They were waiting for that opportunity. We heard from Devin Williams, possibly the best closer right now in the game. Every time he gets an opportunity, he locks it up. So that's what's special is they have the back end ready and they're rolling. To me, it's the starting pitching, right? If you're able to continue to have the starting pitching we've seen in the past for the Brewers, then you have an opportunity to definitely win this division. If we can see Yelich continue to take that step forward, right? He's getting back to where what we've seen MVP caliber before, 850 OPS. Same thing with Contreras is doing his thing. But if we can see Yelich take another step forward, you're talking about disrupting the whole Central and taking it to a whole nother level.
The Reds don't have the pitching.
And the one thing with the Reds is they actually had decent pitching this past weekend, and it's shown to be a little bit better. But for me is they don't have the experience, right? This is still a young team that hasn't gone a whole 162 and shown how good they can be throughout the course of the season. The Brewers have done it before, and I think that experience comes into play this second half.
Yeah, Cliff, they experienced those flashes, but we were talking about 5 of 6 in 3 of those 5 wins. They shut out the Reds, so it's not just the pitching, it's their offense.
Big time guys show up. But we always go against the health factor. So when you talk about health, you now understand that things can derail you from being great. Mm-hmm. So when you look at Yelich, what we've been dealing with, the back. Everything is the back, right? I saw him in April. He said, I'm good. And it wasn't about playing. It wasn't about putting the bat to the baseball. He said, I feel good. I don't come to I don't go to the field and go in the training room. I don't come to the yard and do all this extra stuff. I'm just ready to play. And now, to y'all point, that's what you have back. So everybody else can breathe a little bit, and they feeling better. So the offense might not be great. It might not be the best. But you got Yelich hitting big bombs in certain situations. You got guys doing little things. They just feel good about themselves, and they actually come out of the break. You beat the Reds like you do. And the Reds, look, they're not going anywhere, but they're going to take a hit in the mouth every once in a while because they're young. They're inexperienced to X's point. They don't know how to handle, a little bit of the adversity that's going to come with not scoring a run in 3 games.
Let me tell you, those Brewers better continue to be buyers at this deadline. After last year, where I thought the Brewers were going to be one of the contenders in the National League, you trade away your closer, Josh Hader. At that point, the team was deflated. You just traded away one of the best pieces of your bullpen. You gave up. Right. The Brewers better not give up this time around. That's the only thing that scares me.
But you got to look at what you can bring in. Like when we get to the trade deadlines all the time, it's like sometimes you get caught up in just going to grab folks. Like, yo, I'm just going to add them in.
Just to get them.
You got to make sure it works.
Yeah.
I mean, you're hoping it works, but you got to make sure you actually.
And you don't leverage your future in order to fill a hole for a short period of time, and there's no guarantee you're going to make it down the stretch. Because even winning your own division, we saw what happened with St. Louis last year. They were upset by the wild card. Philadelphia Phillies